Hi everybody, travel along with me as I go from Dubuque to Lafayette, Indiana. A friend of mine got a new land grader and I want to take a look at it. Join me right now on Today in Iowa. Alright, hi everybody. Hey, it's Bill here. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for taking time out of your busy days to travel along with me to Lafayette. My buddy Mark bought a new land plane from Everything Attachments and I wanted to take a look at it and do a very informal comparison to my Land Pride land plane. I've also heard of these as being referred to as grading scrapers and may refer to that. My grader is a little bit smaller than Mark's, so when I got here, I just looked at that and thought, man, this thing's a beast. I also noticed he had a grapple that I want to do a more in-depth video on too, and we'll do that next month. But getting back to the land plane, taking a look at this, his is 20 inches wider than mine at about 77 inches, and his working width is 71 inches. You'll see it through the video how much wider it is, and it covers his tire tracks, and it's really nice. Walking around it, the welding, looks like it's quality welding. There's gussets and support in all the corners. The A-frame has support and is welded. Tubular steel, that large tubular steel there is 4 inches. I did notice the skid shoe here is removable. Here in Iowa, we use a lot of limestone. I can't imagine wearing that out, but that is a nice option to have. There we're measuring some of the steel being used. Another thing I noticed was the grading blades are not adjustable. On mine, I can adjust those up and down and allow the skid shoes to be lower or higher as I'd like. So you'll use the top link to adjust that depth on what you want your gravel or your materials to lay out at. And we have a tandem load of gravel coming, so we'll be able to demonstrate that today. Obviously, it's iMatch compatible. I like the connecting points, how all the added steel is in that area. I've seen other ones with single flanges where you put your pin from the implement to the tractor, so I do like the quality that I'm seeing here. Here we're measuring the cutting edges. These are 6-inch cutting edges, and they can be replaced. Again, they're not adjustable, so we'll use the top link to do that adjustment. All right, Mark's raring to go. He wants to get this thing out and demonstrate it for you. Like I said, we have a load of gravel coming today, but he's going to go ahead and top grade his existing driveway just as a demonstration to show how it works. I'm so envious of you guys and folks that have level ground around you. My driveway is uphill, it's steep, it's curvy, it's dangerous. I love it, don't get me wrong, but boy, I sure am jealous of you folks out here with all this nice level land. You know, the advertisement on these graders talk about the benefit of how they fill in potholes, washed areas, low spots, and can recover gravel from the side. And those grader blades are tilted inward, so it'll bring that gravel off the side and back up to the crown of your driveway. Now, Mark's driveway is in very good condition. I had some washout from a recent storm at my home, and it's going to be at the end of this video. I'll show you how it works there to fill in some washouts. Notice he's grading from the outside of his driveway to the inside, taking advantage of that design. And someone may ask, well, why don't you use a box blade for this? And a box blade, well, the box blade is designed to move large amounts of dirt from one spot to another. You know that a box blade can transfer more material than a scraper. Now I can show that to you in a video I made, video 114, and I'll put a link down below so you can check that out. Simply put, I think the grader is a tool that makes rough surfaces flat. Say, while we watch Mark finish up here, I wanted to do a few shout outs to some people who have taken time to say hello. Little Cabin in the Woods checked in from Dayton, Ohio. He just got a brand new 2038. You're really going to like that. Roger checked in from Grand Falls, New Brunswick, Canada. He just purchased a rear top link. Michael Skelly checked in from Charlestown of Ablor. He just found my channel. Welcome. Appreciate your viewing. and Nacho Libre checked in from Denmark. So we had a lot of international people check in this month. I'll have more a little bit later, but I sure appreciate it when you check in and let me know where you're watching from. We'll put you on the map. I'm not criticizing this design by any means, so don't send me emails saying I am. But I noticed with the non-adjustable grater blade, you have to be conscious of what you're doing by raising the rear 3-point, the height that you want the gravel to be laid back down at. The unit that I have with the adjustable blades, there's an 1.5 inch difference between the outside, I'm going to call them mold boards, and the grater blades. So if I go through some loose gravel, it's going to ride along and drop that gravel at 1.5 inches underneath those blades. That's the setting that I've chosen. So it's a personal choice, but I do like having the adjustable blade heights. I hope I'm explaining that clearly. And here Mark's demonstrating going backwards, and I notice he chose not to have the rear grading blades, and I chose to put those on. It's just a personal preference again. It's doing a good job, but I did put on some blades on mine, and you'll see that at the end of the video. We thought while we're waiting for the truckload of gravel to arrive, we'd show what it does on dirt. I had someone ask me once if you could blade my walking trails with this, and I do on a regular basis. It does a real nice job. It just kind of cuts off the weeds that have grown up, takes out the high spots just like it did there, fills in the low spots. And instead of having a rear blade or a landscape rake, I do use that grater for my walking trails. Well, the load of rocks here, and they're making arrangements on how they want to proceed. So he decided to drive in forward and tailgate it. And I got to tell you, spoiler alert, this guy's pretty good. He laid it down really nice. So much so, I don't think we had to grade it if it wasn't for the demonstration for this video. Well, let's watch and you'll see what I mean. Look at how he's putting it down. Just perfect, isn't it? And remember that area right there where I flashed the arrow? Notice how it's not coming out on that side of the tailgate? I'll show you why in a minute. So he really gets this close. If it wasn't for this ball I'm going to show you in there in a minute, it would have just been perfect. You guys in your level land out here, again, I'm so envious about everything's so darn level for you guys. That is wonderful. Man, what do you guys do? How do you scare yourselves in the winter with snow and ice? All right, back to the project here. He's getting done with it. You can see the material on the left side of that box. It's still stuck in there, and I'm going to show you why. There it is all spread out. Guy did a terrific job. I know I said that before, but what a terrific tailgating job. I've tried that, and I've never had very good luck. But again, practice. That's another case to keep practicing. So there was just a great big chunk that had probably gotten wet and compacted and got hard as a rock. So Mark's going to pick it up here and break it in a minute. There it is before, and then here it is after the tailgating. So again, probably wouldn't have had to grade it, but for the demonstration, we're going to continue on with that. So it breaks pretty easy. And like I say, next month I'm going to do a little review on that grapple. I really like the design of that. All right, so there's the last little bit of gravel that was in the dump truck there from that boulder. So he's going to just simply start taking it off and leveling it out. And we'll get the driveway kind of redressed up here, and the project will be done. This is a good time to point out the width of that grader compared to the tractor width of those tires. That's a nice setting for Mark out here in his property. It wouldn't work on my area because I do trails and areas where I just want a 4.5 foot width. But boy, for what he's got here, this is terrific. And he's getting the knack of it. You know, as he goes along, he elevates that 3-point rear, and that just filters that gravel out and lets it drop down below. So it's drag it forward, back it up, and rinse and repeat and do it over. But it's working very well. Hey, I want to finish up my shout-outs for this episode. I want to say hi to David down in Choctaw, Oklahoma. He's got a new 2038 arriving in November after trading down from a 5065, and he had a lot of good reasons to doing so. So congratulations to David and his wife, and good luck. Jason checked in from Hamburg, Minnesota. Don checked in from Apex, North Carolina. Daddy Quill checked in from Cooley Dam, Washington. I hope I pronounced that right. And Stephen, I had to look this up. He said he was from PEI, Canada. I didn't know what that was, so I looked it up. It's Prince Edward Island. It's over there by Nova Scotia. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate you checking in, as I've said before. Well, here's Mark. He's kind of getting towards the end here now of using the grader. And I kind of mentioned doing when I'm doing a project this big, I like an overlap of 50% and kind of spread that out and bring it together. And here, that's what he's doing here. Now, one thing Mark and I have in common is we put our implements on rolling pallets, and boy, does that make changing out an implement easy. This is a landscape rake from Everything Attachments that Mark purchased some time ago, and he wanted to take it out and demonstrate it. You know, if a grader or box blade isn't in your budget, a landscape rake will do a lot for you also when it comes to maintaining a gravel driveway. We'll try to demonstrate that here just real briefly. And I had adjusted his top link, and that's why it's out of being plumb here. So he's just going to do that manually and connect that up there to his landscape rake. That's just one of those benefits of having a power top link. It's nothing but luxury, but if you can afford one and can get it into your arsenal of implements, I highly recommend it. So Mark's going to take a few passes here with his landscape rake and show you how that works. We should have done it in the beginning to show you how you can reclaim the gravel from the side, pull it back up, or if it's been beaten down and kind of buried, how you can rejuvenate your driveway using a landscape rake. They're very handy. I've got a video on that also. I'll post that up here when I'm done. Put it on the screen if you want to check that out also. And then finally, Mark went and got his 1025 out. We want to demonstrate how effective just back dragging with the bucket can be. Mark had a few whoop-de-doos in there, I'm going to call them, highs and lows, and he wanted to try to level them out a couple different ways. So between the landscape rake and his bucket, he got him out of there and did a very good job. All right, now we're back to my home. I just want to do a real quick demonstration on my Lamprey grader. And here I'm demonstrating the top link hydraulic, the hydraulic top link, I should say. So I can do everything from the seat and just adjust it and lift it up and away you go. So it makes hooking up real easy. So we had a 3 or 4 inch rain come through and just kind of rut things out. That water comes down that blacktop driveway pretty quick and undermines and erodes all this. So the county road grader and I kind of play cat and mouse. He comes through with the grader and steals everything that washes out from my driveway, and now I'm going to reclaim it and pull it back onto my driveway. So here I'm coming forward with the grader tilted forward quite a bit, and I came right up over those ruts. I want that gravel to fill those ruts. And you'll notice the gravel's not going over the rear blade. It's just going over the front. I'm getting aggressive with it, and I'm trying to fill in these ruts with it. And as I get things more level, you'll see it start cascading off the rear, indicating that I've got things kind of leveled out. I forgot the camera, the GoPro, to put on top. This inside corner washes out, and it can be quite dangerous. It leaves some ruts there that you don't want to get your tire in because you could potentially roll over or have an accident. And here's what I'm trying to do is push that gravel back over, taking advantage of that grader design, and push it over to the camera's right and fill in that washout. I want to take a moment and thank Mark and his wife and their hospitality for allowing me to come over to their home there and videotape that new grader he purchased. That's an exciting purchase for him, and that's going to serve him well for a long time. And this is where I kind of like the rear grading blade. I can push soil and materials backwards and use those blades. I took those blades off recently. I was surprised at the amount of material inside there. I always wash this implement after I use it, and I'm going to stop that because of the amount of water that collects in there and gets the material wet. There wasn't a lot of rust in there, but going forward, I'm going to blow it off with my compressor and store it away that way. That's a video coming up soon. Just as fall arrives, I'm going to repaint this and get rid of some rust that's starting on it.
Bill, car coming.
I left that in there because it's a good idea to have a spotter. I may have backed right out in front of that truck. I get kind of lackadaisical out here, and you got to keep your head swiveling. It'd be real easy to pull out in front of a car. So if you have the benefit of a spotter, take advantage of it. Well, we're getting near the end here, and I'm going to say so long as we wrap up another video. I sure appreciate and value you taking time out of your busy days to watch my videos and taking time to comment and say hello from around the world. Thank you so very much. Well, here it's all done. The ruts are filled in. I didn't take a lot of time on it. I just wanted to get back in and filled in again. So next month, we're going to review Mark's front grapple there. I think that'll be fun. You have a great month, and I'll talk to you real soon. Stay healthy and be nice. So long, everybody.